everybody to make their phones silent. That's most important. I would also like to take this opportunity to remember a great friend of the Rolex City Hobart yacht race, ABC helicopter pilot Gary Ticehurst, whose life was cut tragically short earlier this year. His flying skills brought ocean racing and the exhilaration of sailing on the open sea into the living rooms of millions of people around the world. Flying with great skill, he managed his cameraman in a position to get remarkable images of the Rolex Sydney Hobart yacht race. And when the need arose in a search and rescue situation, he performed in a truly magnificent manner. We all miss Gary. I ask you to be silent for 1 minute, please.
Back to Tasmania after the performance this morning, but anyway, let's see what happens. Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania is once again pleased to be involved with Cruising Yacht Club in finishing this year's race. It's been a great partnership over many years, and look forward to continuing in future years. A few perennials. Garbage. You'll be provided with two garbage bags, one for recyclable rubbish, one for general rubbish.
Search and rescue in Australia is very much a cooperative effort between ourselves and the state police. In this case, we have the New South Wales Police Vessel Nemesis following the fleet down as far as Gable Island, and the Tasmanian Police Vessel Tasmanian Police Vessel Van Dien is also staged out of an airfield with fuel. So if you're on a vessel with several people on board, an aircraft may only be able to winch one or two of you at a time with an hour's transit or so it's stated in an appropriate manner. You need to be aware that if your beacon is detected, a SAR response will commence. The beacons are registered, they're flagged to this race, and we'll be
using the vessel JVW as our radio relay vessel. The boat is provided by John Winning, a very well-known sailor here in Sydney. And this is the 7th year he's provided the boat for us. We're very grateful to him for that. Cruising Yacht Club of Australia takes the radio procedures very seriously. Many of you have done this race countless times, and you know the drill, but there are several people.
I encourage you to read the sailing instructions, particularly the radio section. It is not the same as previous years. It has changed, and draconian has got its way. My main concern with this race, as always, is safety. It's a bit like submarine work, where I'm trying to make sure in those that have passed life.
Afternoon, everybody, or morning, everybody. What I'll be going through this morning, towards the end, is an update on what we think the weather will be doing over the course of these early stages of the race. But before that, I'd like to go through some of the language that we use as weather forecasters at the Bureau, just to make sure we're all talking the same language. And when you read a forecast, you are reading the same thing that we're thinking. So I'll go through some of our services and what you can expect, because they have changed a bit this year. We've invested a lot of money in making some improvements and making it a lot more accessible to some of the information up and down the coast. The main forecast that you'll use from the Bureau of Meteorology is probably the coastal waters forecast. It's issued twice daily, once in the morning, once in the late afternoon, early morning, late afternoon. That goes out to 4 days. Say a wind speed, you know what we're talking about. When we forecast a wind speed, it's a 10-minute average. You go out there.
First of all, thank you for just talking to us. What do you think of the race?
We're very excited about it. Very excited about the race. We come all the way from the United States, and the boys sailed a boat from England 15,000 miles to get here, so we're very excited. It's one of the big 3 races in the world, and we couldn't be more excited about it.
Our background's Spanish.
Yes.
And we wanted your opinion on the Spaniards holding the America's Cup. Did you get to go to Valencia?
Yes, I did.
Did you?
Beautiful.
Beautiful?
Most gracious host.
You enjoy yourself in Spain?
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
As a matter of fact, I belong to the New York Yacht Club, and we had a great time with the guys for the Barcelona race.
Right.
You know, we had a lot of fun with all the guys that came over for that.
Do you think in 2014 Santander will be holding the World Sailing Championships? Do you think you'd see yourself over there, just visiting maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
We're from there. So,
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, beautiful country, beautiful people.
Fantastic.
Pretty good sailors too.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, did you love it? How did you think of the Spaniards, of the Spaniards? How did they go with...
Oh, the Spaniards are good, and we have the America's Cup challenger from Valencia, Greencom. So they're emerging. Great sailors,
Great
good people,
Fantastic.
a lot of fun.
Fantastic. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you very much for your time.
welcome. Thank you.
I'll sell popcorn at the pictures that work me till 3. And I got money off the teachers who wanted a piece of me. After all, it's all selling things and I'm supposed to survive. Unless it is a piece of me. In the end, there's always fashion, keeps you grounded like what's happening here.